Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE CCO Triple H had a heartfelt response when a beloved star asked him if she could come by during an episode of Raw. WWE ring announcer Lillian Garcia opened up about her conversation with the game in a new interview with Chris Van Vliet. In May last year, Lillian Garcia made a one-off return on an episode of Raw. Garcia signed with WWE a few months later and is now working again as a ring announcer for the Stamford-based promotion. Garcia recently had a chat with Chris Van Vliet and discussed several topics. As per Garcia, Triple H was elated when she asked him if she could come by and meet her friends in WWE during Raw. Several beloved stars have been brought back under the game's creative direction over the past couple of years. Many fans believe more former WWE stars are bound to return to the company somewhere down the line. As for Garcia, fans are beyond happy to see her come back and become a mainstay again on WWE TV. Judging by her comments on Insight, she seems quite happy as well with her WWE return. The wrestling world thrives on surprises. The roar of a returning superstar electrifies the atmosphere, igniting the passion of fans worldwide. In an industry where loyalty and legacy intertwine, one phone call can shift the course of history. Last year, a familiar name, one that once sent shockwaves through arenas, picked up the phone and reached out to Triple H, the man now steering WWE's creative helm. With a history rich in championship glory and unforgettable rivalries, this star had drifted away from the company, seeking new challenges elsewhere. But something had changed. The itch to return to the squared circle had become unbearable. When the call was placed, Triple H listened intently. The conversation wasn't just about business. It was about passion, unfinished stories, and the love of the game. Triple H, ever the diplomat and strategist, didn't hesitate. His response was simple yet powerful. "Come on back." Those words resonated. They weren't just an invitation, they were a homecoming decree. For a performer who had felt the rush of the WWE universe before, the allure of returning under a new regime was too strong to resist. WWE had undergone a metamorphosis, shifting from the corporate rigidity of past leadership to a more wrestler-driven approach under Triple H's vision. The creative direction was fresh, the talent roster was thriving, and opportunities had evolved beyond what they once were. Speculation ran wild. Who was the mystery returnee? Was it a former world champion, a beloved underdog, or a dominant force seeking redemption? The industry buzzed with anticipation, and fans took to social media, analyzing every possible candidate. Was it someone who had defected to rival promotions, but now sought the grandeur of WWE's global stage? Was it an iconic figure whose career had seemingly concluded, but still had one last run left? As weeks passed, cryptic hints surfaced. WWE subtly teased the return through promotional materials and backstage rumors. A familiar theme song echoing in a training facility, a shadowed silhouette on an arena screen, every clue stoked the excitement further. The suspense reached a fever pitch, and the moment of truth arrived. On a major episode of Monday Night Raw, the lights dimmed. The audience held its collective breath. The first few notes of a legendary entrance theme played, and the crowd erupted. It was undeniable. The star had returned. Draped in the energy of the moment, they stepped onto the stage, absorbing the deafening cheers. There was no need for words. The reaction said it all. This was not just a comeback, it was a reclamation. Triple H, watching from the gorilla position backstage, grinned. His words had carried weight, and now the WWE Universe was witnessing the fruits of that conversation. The return was more than nostalgia, it was a statement. This was a performer who had once left, perhaps seeking something more, but had realized that home had been WWE all along. The landscape had changed, and so had this superstar. Older? Maybe. Wiser? Definitely. Hungrier than ever? Without a doubt. With a microphone in hand, they addressed the crowd, acknowledging the journey that had brought them full circle. The speech was raw, real, and heartfelt. Feuds from the past awaited, but so did new rivalries. The locker room had evolved, and the star was eager to prove they still belonged at the pinnacle of the industry. The fire that once propelled them to championship glory burned again. And with Triple H in charge, they knew they had a leader who understood their passion. For WWE, this wasn't just about bringing back a former talent. It was about creating moments, about storytelling, and about honoring legacies. Triple H had extended an olive branch, and in return, WWE had regained one of its most celebrated performers. What followed was an immediate impact. The return wasn't just a fleeting nostalgia act, it was a resurgence. The superstar was quickly thrust into high-profile matches, reminding everyone why they had once been a dominant force. Fans speculated on championship opportunities, dream matches that had once seemed impossible, and the potential for this returnee to redefine their career in an entirely new era. Every promo, every match, every moment in the ring was dissected and debated. This was the magic of professional wrestling, its ability to tell stories that span years, to rekindle rivalries, and to create unforgettable memories. For Triple H, this was a sign of things to come. Under his leadership, WWE was open to redemption arcs, to second chances, and to honoring the past while shaping the future. The company's doors weren't just open to new talent, but to those who had once left, but now realized that WWE was where they truly belonged. And so, as the star stood in the ring, soaking in the adulation, they knew one thing was certain: this was just the beginning. The words Triple H had spoken, "Come on back," had set the stage for a new chapter. A chapter filled with new battles, new allies, and new challenges. For the WWE Universe, it was a reminder that in professional wrestling, anything is possible. And for the returning superstar, it was a declaration: they were back, and they were here to stay.